For this project, we set out to the Greenland ice sheet to further investigate the melting of the ice. The Greenland ice sheet is the second largest ice sheet in the world. However, in recent years, the ice sheet has been shrinking at alarming rates.
The reason for the shrinking is caused by multiple factors. One of the main contributors is the increase in global temperature. For our project, we measured the amount of ice melting along the marginal area of the ice sheet at point 660 to answer the following question.
How much ice melts on a given day in July in a small area near point 660?
On the first day in the field, we ventured out further away from the moraine so that we could find an area that would be more representative of the entire ice sheet. We were hoping to sample a more consistently light surface and one that would be relatively flat, making a perfect spot for our sampling. We tried our best to measure out a 30 by 30 square in the selected area. We did this by drilling holes at each corner and using a measuring tape to measure out the distance between the holes. We placed a bamboo stick in each hole in order to measure how much ice would melt over the next 24 hours. We also measured the albedo for each location. After that, we placed 6 more bamboo sticks in various areas within the square. We would then come back in the following morning to check up on all the sticks in the area.
On our second day, when we returned to our square area, we measured the amount of melt-off that occurred at each stick. We then returned to our headquarters to investigate the data further. We found that the total amount of melt at each stick ranged from 3 centimeters to 9 centimeters, and that the average was 5.6. We then compared the amount of melt to albedo measurements taken at each stick. We found that there was no correlation between albedo and the amount of melt observed. This is opposite of what we thought, and is likely due to a variety of reasons, including the variable cloud cover, the inclination of the hills, the accuracy of the pyranometers, and the uncertainty of the thickness measurements. You have to consider many different factors for this experiment to be accurate. We used the information we had, then calculated that in 24 hours, nearly 42,500 liters of water melted away from a small marginal area. That would account for the entire population of Greenland would drink 1.3 liters of water in a day. That is enough to fill 85,000 standard water bottles and 833 kiddie pools. In 2012, around 97% of the ice sheet was above 0 degrees Celsius, and on a day in June 2019, nearly 2 gigatons of water melted away from the ice sheet. It is clear that the major changes are happening to the Greenland ice sheet, and our research project is an attempt to show melt-off in a smaller local scale on the ice sheet near point 660.